music videos of my students launching rockets or hot air balloons or solar cars or whatever they do, and I put music behind it and I put it on YouTube, and then I get a thing from YouTube saying, hey, we're going to let you keep the video, but we're taking the music off because that's BMI music's video music and it's copyrighted. Don't do it again. So okay. Well, that was back in the day because actually it's Beyonce on one end of the spectrum and Metallica, the band Metallica, on the other end of the music spectrum. You couldn't get any more diversity there as far as music goes. But they were the ones that were really getting teed off about their music being downloaded and played and used and stuff because, those guys just don't have enough gold-plated toilet seats in their house. They need all the money they can possibly get. But it is their art. They have a valid reason for it. Yeah.
I was gonna say it could be their label too.
It could be their label too, because them label guys don't have enough gold-plated toilets in their house either. But along the line, they eventually gave up because you pretty much do what you want now. But you as a teacher, you have certain rights now, because if I do that now, no one's going to give me a hassle because I'm obviously not using it to try to make money. It's for information. The video's for information purposes. I'm not using the entire song. I'm using chunks of it, and so forth and so on. So we do have these fair use policies. Copyright is a little bit different. They give me these PowerPoints, and these are embedded in them. I can't even, somehow they embed them, and I'll figure out one day how to get them out, but it's not like clicking on header footer and taking that thing out. It's embedded in there somehow. So, and by me putting in these graphics and stuff, I'm altering it a little bit, but I'm still giving the main body. We have to give copyright for copyright's sake, particularly in education. Now, we don't do this much anymore, but when I was at school, in grad school, I would get course packets that I had to go to the bookstore to buy that had, that were this thick, that had 25 different, articles that my professor wanted me to read. Okay, and in order to do that, they had to get copyright permission from every one of those authors in order to sell it at the bookstore. Like I said, we don't do that much anymore because now it's all online. Plagiarism and cheating. Okay, we're going to talk about that right after this PowerPoint and Thursday. We're going to do the plagiarism workshop. Okay, and you will have an assignment on Thursday, and you need to be here to get it because you're not going to be able to do it without it. Okay. So yeah, it's direct copying, misrepresentation. I'll go over all that, and cheating using technology. Cyberbullying. Okay. Again, you have probably either engaged in cyberbullying, you were the bully. Some of you, I'm saying either. Remember that. You have either engaged in being the bully, been the bullied, or watched it, saw it. Okay, is that fair to say? No? None of those, you've done none of those three? You've never seen any cyberbullying?
I mean, like right in front of me happening?
I mean, yeah, you were in school and you said, hey, did you see what he did to him?
Okay,
yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You may have not been the one that started it. You may have not been the one that received it, but you've seen it. Everybody's one of those three. Okay. In any case, the statistics are not fooling around. The issues kids feel about this stuff blow up. They say begin abusing alcohol or drugs, develop eating disorders, skipping class, stopped using social media altogether, engaged in self-harm, deleted their social media profiles, had suicidal thoughts, actually committed suicide, developed depression, developed social anxiety. I mean, it can be very devastating to these kids. And if we go to these statistics down here, you know, it's pretty grim. So 1 in 5 students report being bullied. Over 5 million students annually. Okay, and that's from 2018. That's from last year, for the Center of Disease Control, or 5 million National Center for Education Statistics. These are big time organizations. Okay, and you can click on those and go and see the actual thing. You know, all this stuff, self-harm, suicide. Students who are experiencing bullying or cyberbullying are nearly 2 times more likely to attempt suicide. Okay. Suicide intention and attempts among adolescents has nearly doubled since 2008. Because, man, you blow up everybody's phone because, you know, she's saying she did that and she did that and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it can get devastating, very, very devastating. Okay. So we need to think about that. Most schools have a no tolerance policy towards any form of bullying, but you know, there's been several cases at the DRS where the students are suspended, kicked out of school for doing that stuff. I haven't seen a lot of phones down at the DRS lately either. I went down there, last 2 times I was down there, it was in between periods. Before, I'd see the kids on their phones all the time. I don't see it anymore. I have to find out if they like banned phones from campus. You know, they very well could have. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff out there. There's strategies that we can do. We can peer monitor buddy system. Big and little, big sister, big brother, little brother at school. You know, that type of stuff. You know, promoting empathy and compassion, which is, you know, I can tell you all day long, you know, look at this kid, you know, here's a video of a kid that's bullied crying, you know, do you have any empathy, do you have any sympathy for it? Some people just aren't going to care, you know, they just simply don't care, they'll laugh at it, look at that knucklehead crying, you know. There's some really creepy people out there, but we try to promote it. It's true, you know. Provide ongoing support. And there's a thing called Team Tech Week to teach ethical use, and anybody do that at their schools? They have something like that where they dedicated a whole week to education on cyberbullying, sexting, and stuff like that. You probably did. Probably did, and I forgot, but that's okay. You know, the last part of me this doesn't talk about is sexting, and you know it's prevalent. And this, you know, there's all kinds of stories out there. This is Butler County and somewhere. How to stop dogs from barking. Okay, 12-year-old boy and 12-year-old girl, middle school students were involved, arrested and charged. The female student sent the material to the male student, and the male student sent it to others. Okay. They were arrested and charged for illegal use of a minor and nudity-oriented material, which is a felony.
So they arrested 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
being kids.
Well, it's like I said,
That's like,
you give these kids a phone at that age, what could possibly happen? They could be going to jail, or they could be on a sexual offenders list for the rest of their lives. Because it's child pornography.
oh, wait, she sent it to an adult?
She sent it, no.
No, she sent it
She
to, I'm
sent
guessing
it
somebody
to
she
other
liked.
people.
He sent it to everybody else.
Oh,
Yeah.
so technically.
So he probably coerced the girl into sending pictures of her junk, and then he sent it out to all his buds, you know.
Not bud.
sent it out to all his homies. Okay, so, this is just like one of thousands of stories you could look up on this stuff. And so we have to really get with these students and, I'm sure, like the bullying, the sexting, you've either engaged in it or you have seen it, someone else's phone or something or other. So, I usually ask for stories, but I stopped doing that because I kept getting too many. What? Oh, thank you. You're happy that it's over? You're welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Y'all be seeing that with my head falling back?
Well,